Thank you for coming to our third annual HPC Advisory Council Stanford Workshop in conjunction with Stanford. We have an exciting new program this year. We added an extended half day totally devoted to Exascale. We'll let Steve talk a little bit more about that. But first, I just wanted to thank you for coming. It should be a great 2.5 days of presentations. And to start it all off, I'd like to introduce Gilad Shainer, the HPC Advisory Council Chairman.
So good morning again. I think this is the third time that we're doing the combination of HPC Console and Stanford HPC, more or less. And first I want to thank Steve for all the collaboration between us for making this conference happen. We were arguing before who's going to start the day first. So just because there was HPC Advisory Council first on the slides, he said it's me. So I'll start. First, we definitely would like to thank all the sponsors of this event that without them we couldn't really do it. To Cray, IBM, Intel, Mellanox, and Zartex for the great support, as well for the silver sponsors, Data Direct and Warp Mechanics. Rich from insideHPC with the red hat is going to videotape most of the sessions today, probably all of them. And is going to publish them on insideHPC. So if there was something that you would like to see again, you're more than welcome to go to insideHPC and see the sessions there. Beyond that, 3 days of really packed sessions, and we tried to bring as many topics as possible in order to cover as many aspects in the HPC side, and hopefully you will find several, or hopefully all of them interesting. There will be 2 keynotes today, one from Mark Seeger. He's here? Hey, Mark. That's going to open a day, and then from DK Panda. And then we'll go through other sessions. Should be an interesting panel after lunch, and then we'll go through the entire day here. Tomorrow we'll start at 9:30. So half an hour or 15 minutes. Oh, that's wrong. All right, we start at 9. So I have my mistake on my slide. Also with 2 keynote sessions, and then various topics throughout the day. At the end of the second day, there is a raffle. So for folks who are staying, we're raffling something, right? 2 things. Okay. Secret for now. And then the third day is going to be devoted for Exascale topics, and we're very happy if you can stay with us the entire 3 days for all the sessions. Few notes about the HPC Advisory Council. It is a non-profit organization that was established in 2008, so getting to the 6th year. With the mission to bridge the gap between HPC and its usage. So try to bring try to do as much as outreach for on HPC topics to as many areas in the world as possible. Today there is around 370 something member companies, universities, and things, and other companies as part of the HPC Advisory Council. My job within the organization is try to put all the logos of all the companies on one slide. So far, so good. There are several things that we're doing from the HPC Advisory Council as the organization. I'm going to list just a few of them. First thing that I wanted to list is the HPC Console Host HPC Center, which include multiple clusters that were donated by different companies. Those clusters are for everyone who needs access to compute resources for doing development, testing, benchmarking, review of new technologies and things of that sort. We do get from time to time even new solutions before they really reach the market. So if you have a need for that, just go on the website of the HPCadvisorycouncil.com and you can ask for access time. No charge, it's free, it's part of our support for the community. Second thing that we're doing is that there is a university award program where we help people to conduct research when they don't have the right means to do it from compute resources or other things. We started in 2010. We gave every year a different award, or the award to different people. The last one I think is very interesting. It's a guy from Greece that is working on creating music using HPC clusters. So that work was, I think, very successful, and it's kind of led to create a special work group within the HPC Council around that. Another thing is supporting or managing the student cluster competition that happens every year at the International Supercomputing Conference in Germany. Last year, I think we had 8 universities that competed in this challenge from around the world, and the winning university was from South Africa, which was a very nice surprise for us. And I think this year at IC we're going to have around 10 or 11 universities, so probably we'll talk about that next time. So again, I want to welcome you for the 3 days. Really hope that you're going to enjoy the topics. We do like your feedback, so we do want to make things better and better from year to year. So if you have anything to say about conference, good or bad, or things that you would like to see next year, please approach either me or Brian or Steve. We'll definitely appreciate your feedback. So with that, now it's your turn, Steve.
I'm in the Flow Physics and Computational Engineering group here at Stanford. And first off, I'd like to thank both Gilad and Brian for their partnership that we've had with the HPC Advisory Council over the past few years. They've helped us to grow this session. This is actually the 9th year now that I've been running the HPC conference, and of course the last few years in partnership with them. So I'd like to extend my gratitude to them for helping us to grow this every year. Next, I'd like to thank all the sponsors that we have this year for the conference. The conference wouldn't be possible without the generous sponsorship that we have from the people that help us put this on. It's quite expensive, to run conferences here at Stanford. So I really appreciate everything that they do to make this, take place every year. So as Gilad was mentioning, we have this year, day 3, the Exascale workshop. That's actually part of our industrial affiliates program. We've opened that up this year, so that's Wednesday morning. We're going to be introducing our new center, the Stanford Exascale Computing Engineering Center. That's part of our PSAP 2 program that is funded through the Department of Energy NNSA ASCII program. It's the Predictive Science Academic Alliance program. So we've just recently been awarded another 5 years of that. So I believe that will take us into 20 years into that program. So if you want to hear about that, make sure you're here Wednesday morning, 8:30. There are also a number of presentations on Wednesday that are put on by our affiliates. So make sure you stay for that as well. So I think with that, we'll probably start a little early here if Mark's in the room. So just a few quick notes. We've had a long relationship in flow physics and with our first ASCII Center and then PSAP Center with Mark Seeger. So I'm always happy to listen to his talks. He was one of the reviewers on our ASCII Center for a number of years when he was at Lawrence Livermore. And now over at Intel, and I believe his title is CTO of the HPC ecosystem. And he gives a really excellent talk about where we're headed on the path towards exascale. And so I'm excited that, one, he's able to be here and also to listen to his talk today. So with that, Mark.